I have two quotes. Well, not two quotes. Yeah, two discussions, two quotes stuck in my head this morning for Morning Yap, and y'all are getting the full thing, okay? We're doing the hair, we're doing the makeup, we got to choose the earrings, all that jazz. I bought a box of 20 earrings, 20 Christmas earrings, so now I get to change them every day. All right, so we've been talking in Morning Yaps about suffering. We've been talking about biraciality and like the need to treat people, like humans, and not dehumanize them. And like, why are we continuing to talk about blood quantum and phenotypes and like all of these things? Can't people just belong? And this week, one of my good friends, colleagues, soul siblings, Dr. Flo, has been dealing with some of the backlash of utilizing AI. And we discussed this at length on my Instagram when this used to be an Instagram. But we got into another discussion about it yesterday. And, we once again came to the conclusion that so much of this world, so many people in this world simply like are angry and are misplacing their anger, right? Because at the end of the day, like, and this is the same, and this is, I'm going to relate it to the boycotts because everything is connected, right? That like the product is already on the shelf. You boycotting is actually not really doing a lot. Sure, maybe they're not going to produce as many products next year, but the product is already on the shelf. Does that justify the harm that AI is causing, the harm that cell phones are causing, the harm that technology is causing? No. Do I firmly believe that if we put pressure in the right place, which is not on each other, right? It's not on other artists. It's not being angry and toxically shaming other people for utilizing these things that are given, right? It is about, well, these are cute. We're going to use these ones. It's about putting pressure on the people that can actually pressure the tech bros, right? It's about decolonizing. It's about uncolonizing. And I just think it's so sad, honestly, that people just want to be angry. And I even experienced this morning. So there was a clip I posted 2 of the apps yesterday. And unfortunately, like, I don't always review my clips. I just let Substack do it for me. So Substack posted a clip to my YouTube that basically started with, quote unquote, I side-eye I side-eye white people at the grocery store or something like that. And somebody commented, what's your problem? Right? And like, I wasn't angry in the video, and this person, like, and it's hard because it's text, but it's like, you can kind of read people's energy, like whether y'all believe in that or not. I can read people's energies in comment sections, right? I can read when y'all are intimidated by me. I can read when you're avoiding me, you're angry at me, you're not comfortable with me, like whatever. Like, I can read that energy, and I'm sure you can too, if you concentrate on it. And so anyway, like, this whole conversation or that thing, like, that person was very like, what's your problem? Just let people live in peace. And I'm like, honestly, I am, right? Like, joy is the revolution, baby, and peace is part of joy, okay? Peace is part of joy, and love is part of joy. And so, yes, but also we have to discuss this. And I mean, we don't have to do anything. Y'all don't have to do anything. I feel the need to discuss the things that I am seeing in the world because it feels better than holding it in. Right? It feels better to be discussing these things in community, these big, hard concepts in community, than wrestling over, am I doing enough to stop the things that I don't like? Right? By myself. It feels better. And I find that a lot of the people that are angry And I don't think it's just on the internet, right? A lot of the people that are approaching their lives in anger are often also lonely. They're often people that don't have communities to discuss things in. They are, everything is a call for love, right? Everything is an act of love or a call for love. And so I believe that that's a call for love. It's really dry in Minnesota, y'all. So we're doing double. I bought some Tatcha cream, but I think it got delivered to the wrong house. So I got to go check my mailbox today to see if it ever made it over here. Or go knock on my neighbor's door and see if they have it. But anyway, it would be very easy for me to respond in kind. Instead, I said, hey, this is a part of a longer clip. If you'd like to view the whole thing, you can go to lifteveryvoice.substack.com, where you all are watching this at. And I'd be happy to continue to hear your thoughts, or you can go to TikTok and search XYZ and find out the full context of this conversation that this clip is from, right? And people being angry, like, back to this question, and I feel like we ask this question a lot in activism and in decolonization journeys and anti-racism journeys. Who does it serve? Who does it serve? Who is it serving for us to react to each other in this way? For us to toxically shame each other over AI? For us to have all this infighting or like think less, dehumanize people because of their AI use, right? Or because they're an immigrant, or because they're a white person in an Asian market, which I'm not saying this side eye was that. We can all handle a side eye, like I said in that video, right? But, and I always end up with this quote that we probably found a couple years ago now that Adrienne Mari Brown posted, but it's actually, I cannot remember who it's by, but I will post it on Instagram today because I am feeling called to it once again, which is, I'm paraphrasing, but it is about, it says, a cult is moving in the same direction and thinking the same. A movement is moving in the same direction and thinking differently. And I think that the anger is about our inability collectively in community to hold the disagreement, right? And I don't think that disagreement means that anybody needs to leave the community, right? I had this discussion yesterday when we were talking about AI. Like, different people are going to have a different opinion, and people don't have to use AI to be in my community. People also don't have to like AI to be in my community. People don't have to love God. People don't have to believe in mindset training. Like, people don't have to be black to be in my community. That's been a thing that's been said to me, like, oh, I'm a white person, so I don't really belong here. You're choosing not to belong. And maybe I haven't made that explicitly clear, but I'm making it clear now and will continue to make it clear, right? But it's that inability to hold the disagreement. It's that inability to think differently and still hold each other in love and respect and move forward, right? Continue to move in the same direction, to not allow for those different thinking and the different way of getting to the destination to impact us so much that we stop moving towards the goal. That we stop moving towards our big dreams, that we stop moving towards our missions, our life path, our individual, right, things that light us up. We must be in community. And we also know that communities are not always going to agree. They are not always going to look the same. They are not always going to tackle issues the same way, right? So that's what I'm thinking about this morning. This has been a longer one. I love y'all. I'll see you later. I got to go run a podcast. Toodles.